Hey there, friendlies. Welcome to the 29th of January episode, of the Beer Blaze and Bushcraft livestream. What we're talking about tonight is cutting tools. I want to know about your favorite cutting tools, what you take with you every time you go out, what you leave home, what you love. Yeah, what you love. So, hey, Serge is here. How's it going, mister? I hope you got beer, and I hope you're ready to talk about cutting tools. Axes, saws, knives, scissors. No, not scissors. You don't take scissors to the bush. It's a terrible idea. Did you bring beer tonight, Serge? Can you hear me? Very well. Serge is not answering my questions. It's okay. Doesn't hurt too hard. Got a beer. Got a beer. Well, Serge, so far it's just you and me, he says, while he's prepping. While I'm prepping for this evening's live stream extravaganza. Got my beer, got my cutting tools. Hey, LT, how's it going? What are you drinking tonight, LT? Oh, Serge was out shoveling. I'm going to shovel right after this live stream. Because otherwise, tomorrow morning will most likely be horrible. Horrible. Just getting all my stuff ready here. Because, we talk about axes all the time, but we haven't had an actual episode about cutting tools. So I think it's about time we switch that up. You know what I'm saying? Do you know that of which I speak? So yeah, I got a beer tonight that I haven't tried yet, but I'm looking forward to giving it a taste. Zach Fudge, you finished school for the year. That's good news, mister. How'd you do? Hold on. I wanted to get something. Oh, you're hopefully finished for the year. Okay. That's not the same. I thought I had some bank line around here. Oh well. Sucks to be me. Sucks to be me. It's okay though. Zach, did you catch what we're talking about tonight? It's all going to be about the cutting tools, okay? We're going to talk about your favorite one, like maybe the one you've had longest. What's a tool that you reach for all the time? Oh yeah, LT, I know what that is. I haven't tried it yet. Like Zach, are you a folding saw guy? Are you a hatchet guy? Stuff like that. We got a slow start to tonight. There's only 3 of us on so far. But that is okay. Let me see. Zach, what kind of tools are you talking about? I'm not sure if the guys like you calling them tools. Louis just sent me a picture of his beer. Yeah, I know that beer. Aphrodisiac by a Dieu du Ciel brewery. So what I'm having Should I show it off yet, or should I wait until there's a couple more guys on? Where the hell is everyone? Somebody dropped Simo a note and say that we're on. Maybe he's still eating or something. Eating at like 9 o'clock. What? What? You know what I'm saying? What? I say what? No, I'm hearing a screaming baby. The first 3 months are the worst. After the first 3 months, everything gets better. Know what I'm saying? All right, Serge. You know, when my children are in distress, I just lock them in the trunk. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Dear Mounties, I'm totally kidding. Zach, what are you drinking tonight? No notification tonight. Interesting. Okay. How's it going, Outdoor? What are you drinking tonight? Everyone drinking beer? My buddy Robin, when he saw the my new bush gear video, he said, "What's with the wine, dude? You want? Hey, Mike, how's it going?" He said, "What's with the wine? You want you guys to know that you're out of beer?" I'll admit that I do like wine quite a bit. I've gone on some wine tastings in Southern Ontario and British Columbia. Simone will be late. Okay. Drinking tea and making char cloth. That sounds like a Jesse night, man. Oh, okay, Zach. All right. Mike, are you drinking something tonight? Something of interest? LT just sent me another photo. Let's see. Wow, aphrodisiac is darker than I thought. Let me. Aphrodisiac. Oh, okay, Mike's already gotten his beers in for the night. All right, so here's what I got to start with by Oshlag Stout Blanc. So it's a white stout. It says it's a strong beer, but it's 5.6%. So I don't know. It doesn't seem all that strong to me. 473 milliliters. So I've never had a white stout before. The appearance is doré and voilé, so it's kind of a golden. Orge is barley, oats, and wheat. The hops are Cascade and Centennial. Other ingredients are coffee, vanilla, and lactose. And the malts and hops are 100% Quebecois. So it is truly a local experience here. Let's see. Let's take a look. I'm going to use my Saranac glass again because it's my favorite one of the glasses that my buddy Robin brought back to me from his various business trips in the States when he was a traveling type. Let's take a look. First, I'm going to put a t-shirt up on my lap just in case I pull a Jesse while pouring this. Does this look stout to you guys? White stout, eh? All right. All right, I'll just put that aside. The taste isn't bad of the aphrodisiac. Okay, it's good to know. No, Zach, you are the lewd one. Highly lewd. Highly lewd. Well, this white stout sure smells good. Tell you something, guys. We're getting buried right now under the snows. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's the beer I'm starting with. I've got another one for later. See how far we go. Um, I'm living on the edge. Living on the edge. Living dangerously. All right, let's taste it. The big old head, though. Oh well. Trying to get past the head. It is a little stouty. But not like a full-on stout. I don't know if I would have called this a white stout. I mean, it's not quite stout enough. It doesn't have enough of the stout taste, but it's no. At the back of the mouth, it sits like a stout does. It's got that malty goodness. Yeah. Right. Yes, it's a good t-shirt. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's for a real stout guy, it's not. It doesn't quite hit the mark, but it's not that far off. It's like a stout with a little bit of sparkle to it. And look at that color. Like you can't totally see through it, so it's got that going for it. Cocoa and vanilla taste really different, but the stout taste nonetheless. Yeah. I do want to show you guys something. Just let me get a. Just let me bring up another window here. Okay. Okay. Really? Really? Hold on, guys. I just want to find something that I want to show you guys. Wow. Okay, it's whoo. Yeah. I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys. Click the link. Click the link, my brothers, from others' mothers. Oh, good man, Sales. That's like the live stream. The live stream version of we happy few. Damn you, outdoor. So, what are you guys thinking? Free shipping at the moment. Jesus, I didn't know that. I usually, well, when I was more on top of this, I would Instagram like 5 days left, get free standard delivery now. Shoot. Damn. I wonder what size I am. Bet you I'm a large. They don't have olive green? That's not really olive. What is that color? Steel green. Steel blue. Heather blue. What? Charcoal gray. Asphalt. Sun yellow. Oh my God, it's just so fabulous. Hold on. Oh, oops, that's a kid's one. Hold on. Let me see if there's a men's jersey t-shirt. No. No olive in that either. What the shoot? What the hell? Golly. Golly gosh. Got some ladies stuff too. Oh, there's an olive in. Oh no, that's asphalt. Yeah, it's weird. They're like three grays and no olive. Oh, my sinuses are still wrecking me here. How's the sound? By the way. Maybe I'll actually, if there's free shipping, maybe I can actually afford one of my own shirts. Sound is good? Good. Sweet. I'm in my office, just because it's not quite as echoey as the workshop area is. How's that? Tabernouche. No? How's that? No. I'm just trying to get a little bit more light going here, folkies. Like that. That's relatively nice. I tell you something. When I'm remonetized and I get some money flowing in, I've got like 1 million patrons on Patreon and everything. I'm gonna buy some lights. That light back there is a pain. Hold on. So I've got something back there I want to show you guys. Okay, how's that? Yeah, all right. All right, we'll call that a win. Damn it, we've already lost somebody. So who wants to talk about yeah. Start again. Who wants to talk about cutting tools? I got many things to talk about. Many things. Many things. Because I've been thinking about it since I made that video of the buck saw. Because yeah, cutting tools. Like, what's your favorite? What? Excuse me. Is your personal favorite tool to bring with you into the woods, for instance, or what is your favorite kind of tool? Are you an axe guy or a saw guy? Like, there's this guy whose channel I used to watch all the time until he took it down. His name was North of 50 Now. So I guess he was older than 50. And where he lived, I don't remember which state he lived in, but where he lived, to him, an axe was not useful. He had a big freaking chopper. And there seems to be like two real sort of distinct schools of thought. Some guys really like a chopper, some guys really like an axe. I'm pretty solidly on the axe side of things. Because in the forests around the area in which I live, an axe is an ideal tool. A chopper, I find not so much, but there are guys around here who disagree with me. In fact, for me, a knife has to be around 4 inches for me to really like it, 4-inch blade, I mean. Outdoor, you're just being a great big jerk. Mandolin slicer. I'm talking about bush tools, Holmes. Mike, heavy on the axe for you as well. You've got some nice axes, though, as well. Serge in order would be knife, axe, machete, and saw. Okay. Yeah, Mike, I'm with you. I have yet to come across a chopper that makes me want to become a chopper owner. But I know some guys with LT. Oh, in fact, he says he's a chopper type, not really an axe guy. Yeah. Yeah, Mike prefers less than excuse me. I think Mike, you're like 3 inches to 3.5 is your comfort zone, eh? Am I remember them? Sorry, am I remembering that right? Zach got a steel will. What the hell's that? What the hell that? I'm gonna look it up. Um, steel will, cut jack, steel will knives. Okay, steel will is a brand. Which model did you get? If Outdoor had to pick one or the other, he'd go for an axe over a saw. Yeah, I think Outdoor I might be kind of um, on that side as well. Um, 3.3 inches, 85 millimeter. Okay, that I can actually visualize. Okay, that's a little shorter than I for some reason I thought you were like a 3.5 inch guy. Um, for me, because I carry an axe everywhere, I don't need like a 5 or 6 inch blade because I have an axe that'll do that kind of work for me, you know. Um, anywhere between 3.25 to 3. Okay. Um, Serge says he's like, excuse me, longer knives when he was younger, mostly for aesthetics. But the more you use them, the shorter you want them. Yeah, I think when I was growing up, I liked sort of knives that made a statement more than I do now. No, I still like knives that make a statement, but the statement I like is different than it used to be. You know, um, and interestingly, like this is a legit woods tool. You know, but depending on what you're doing, so is this. Maybe you're not going to baton so much with this because it's a rat tail. Maybe you're going to, oh no, maybe you're going to get a little surface rust on it. We have to deal with that a little later. But like for a lot of, especially if you're one of those guys, man, okay, some of you guys saw this or I spoke to about this, but I got heavily trolled, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago for batoning with this on my review video. Um, guy dropped a note. You don't baton with that, and I thought he was being I thought it was all constructive criticism. So I was like, I know, but like I subject all my fixed blade knives to the same battery of tests when I get them because blah 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 and see if I can break them. And it just sort of steamrolled until I realized he was just trolling me, man. He was getting more and more sort of insulting, and I finally said, I get it. I see what's happening. You're a troll. And then he was like, "Ah, you fuzzy lefties all talk that way, blah 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 blah." So I just sort of said, "Thanks for playing, Junior," and I stopped answering. And then the messages all disappeared. I thought maybe Outdoor had deleted them, or maybe Simo had deleted them. But I think maybe what happened was he might have just deleted his first message because maybe he figured he wasn't coming off so great. And if you remove the first message in a thread, I think it just wipes the whole thread out. You know. Um, but yeah. So anyway, but that's an aside. Um, like if you're the batoning type, you can baton with this, right? It's a full tang. You can do anything with this knife. This is a great knife. But this is still a legit woods tool as well. You know? Um, I don't think that a knife has to be full tang to be a woods knife. I would rather it be full tang for it to be a Jesse wood knife, a woodcraft knife. But I mean, I've done a lot of work with this Rat Tang Mora. I just don't tend to beat on it as much as I do on some of my other stuff. Especially this, man. This was my first. You guys have been watching me for a long time. Have seen this knife a lot, right? Because up until I recently started getting all these interesting knives, this was the only real bushcraft knife I had. It's my Australian-made Woodlore clone. This knife I have beaten the ever-loving stank out of, and it just keeps coming back for more. It was cheap as chips ish. Um, the one thing that is very different than your standard woodlore is that it's got sort of the Morris Kohansky theory on the scales. They're much squarer than you'll see on most woodlores. You know, very very square. I was surprised when it came because of that, because that's not what I was expecting. But I'm with Moores on that. I grabbed this knife. I'm doing something. I grab the knife without looking. Never grab the knife without looking, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? Like I just sort of glance over, pick it up, and I'm doing my stuff. I know which way is up. Whereas with a much rounder handle, you don't always get that feeling as quickly or as naturally. You know. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Tyler survived the cold. Yeah, I'm surviving cold too right now. Down to -40. Wow. In degrees freedom and degrees Canadian. That's the same damn thing. So yeah. Yeah, I know. I need to get the Garborg out some more. And I would have if this hot little honey hadn't come um into my um into my hands. But yeah, I'm gonna get that Garborg into a lot more vids pretty soon. This knife. The thing is, this is a good cold weather knife because the I don't remember what the handle material is called, but it's great in the winter. Zytel is better than leather and better than Kydex. Like if you dunk the knife by accident and it gets all iced up, this is much much better. Sort of northern world material. It deals with ice much much better. So I've been pretty much concentrating on this one for now because it's such a good cold weather knife. You know. But as soon as it starts to warm up again, the Garberg's getting out there a lot. A lot. That knife there? That was the knife you had? Is that a picture of the knife or is that a drawing you made? Oh, and as Mike Morton says, 40 degrees freedom and 40 degrees Canadian are the same. Cold as stuff. Hey, Scott. What's up, Nutsack? Um, hold on. Hold on. Dangled, indeed it was. He was a D-bag. Yeah, Mike. A Garberg is, well, the thing is, um, that blade is a little long for you. This is the stainless, by the way. But it's a really nice. It fills the hand really really well. It's a good knife. It's a really um, paying $100 for a Mora seemed a little off to me, but this is worth it. This is a good knife. This is probably my favorite Mora of all time. Even though the reason I like Moras is that for the price they're amazing. This for $100, it's not quite in a class of its own the way most Moras are. Excuse me. Damn you, beer. But the Garberg's a really nice knife. Anyone talking boomsticks tonight? I wasn't planning to. I mean, I guess we could. Did you get something new? Outdoor. We both know that if you want a Garberg, you're gonna walk into a flea market and see one still in the box for like $2.50. And I do mean $2.50. We know this is gonna happen, and you're gonna innocently come on to the next live stream and say, "Ooh, I got a Garberg for $5," and like half of us are gonna just, you know. But anyways, whatevs. But yeah, Tyler, we're talking cutting tools tonight mostly. Well, yeah, Mike, you got two very nice knives. I've got more knives than I know what to do with at this point. I don't have like a huge collection, but there are still some knives I really want, though. Those of you who saw my blog post about my bucket list knives know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, LT's talking about the registry. Outdoor, yeah. Scott, what's your favorite cutting tool? What's the tool you can't go into the forest without? Yeah, Tyler, we're getting into axes. We're just talking about. I just want to know what your favorite tool is. Like maybe a specific tool that has some value to you, or what your favorite tool is in terms of. I like axes. I like choppers. Um, I would also love to know what you guys like. Maybe you have, or maybe you don't. But if you have it, you just leave it at home. Like it's just never been useful, or something you don't want to have. You know. Um, I'm just trying to go back. Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to SHOT Show. A little too most of the stuff there seems to always be kind of tactical. Mora has a nice kind of burnt orange handle that I really like. As you guys, well, some of you guys know, I love my wood stuff to have orange on it. Blaze, burnt orange, whatever, because I drop my stuff in the grass all the time. And so I've really sort of come around to having orange on as much of my stuff as I can. So that if I drop it, I just oh there it is. This came with a little touch of orange on it. Um, LT, the problem is I don't want the carbon one because I don't want a black blade. To me, a knife should not have a coated blade. And I know why they did it, but I don't want that. To me, and so even though I'm a carbon steel guy instead of a stainless guy, I'll deal. You're gonna buy a Mosin? Okay. I had the opportunity to buy a Mosin about 10 years ago. I should have. It was very nice. Like it wasn't shot out or anything. The bore was in really good condition. But if I'm gonna buy a wartime boomstick, it's gonna be an original Lee Enfield. Oh, you like tomahawks? Okay. If that's like your one tool. Nice thing about a tomahawk, I mean, a traditional tomahawk is you can kind of use that as your one tool, right? You can have the head on and throw, chop, chop, chop. And then if you want to use it more like if you're scraping a hide or you're doing some food prep or something, you can pop the head off and use it almost like an ulu knife or something, or more like a knife. So I mean, I don't have a tomahawk. I've never had a yearning for one. But I definitely see the usefulness. Actually, um, Doug outside. No wait, what's his channel called now? Doug Linker, I think. He just did a video because he's had a tomahawk that he keeps buying and modding and then giving away. So he bought excuse me, that cold steel, whatever that cold steel tomahawk is called. Cut it down, whipped it, did some mods to make it his, and that kind of made me want a tomahawk. That was really cool. He pinned the head on, so you can't pop it off or anything, but still. Um, Hold on. I'm missing stuff here. Yeah, it's a shame the carbon is coated. They probably did that so that you don't have to keep oiling it or something, but it just like when I heard because I heard that there was a carbon one coming out about 2 days after buying this. I was like, oh, and then I saw the carbon with the black blade, and I was like, well, I don't want that, you know, because I would just have to be taking all that crap off the blade, right? Um, so so Scott, to you, okay, it's got belt axe, more Puma XP, whatever that is, and a silky. Is that your is that like your ideal group of tools that you carry with you, or is that your favorites in order? Hey, Hike and Deep, how's it going? How's it going, mister? You shopping for a tomahawk? Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, it's a good choice. I'll probably get a tomahawk at some point. What is a Puma XP, by the way, Scott? Yeah, he's got yawns with the binary code. That's enough. Outdoor, I agree completely. I hated it when I saw that the carbon Garberg was coated. Okay, Scott. So what is a Puma XP? What is that? Puma XP. Sure thing, Tyler. See you soon. Hiking Deep, you got some cool knives. Um, what we're talking about tonight is, what are your favorite, like, what is the bush tool you always grab, versus what is the bush tool style you always grab? Because, like, for instance, I always have an axe. I always have a knife. I don't always have a saw, but I may be having a saw more often than I used to, kind of thing, you know? Yeah, I've still got like I feel fine, no more headache, no more like twisted insides or anything, but this cough is still here. So I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. Oh, it's a Puma knife company. Okay. Hold on. Oh no! I clicked on it. I shouldn't have clicked on it. Tavernouche. What I should have done was copied and pasted it. Okay. I've never even wait a minute. Let me take a look. Maybe I have heard of Puma. Are they kind of on the affordable side? I kind of feel that yeah, I recognize this logo, the logo. It's kind of a Gerberish look to him. Puma XP Forever Survival Knife with nylon sheath and fire starter. Which is the Puma you got? Which model? Oh, they're stainless. Okay. 3CR 420 stainless steel. We've got a camping machete. That camping machete looks more like a cooker or something. But like they've got a frame lock folder and they've got that fixed blade survival knife. Yeah, hiking deep. I saw that knife. That's that big one that you were talking about in. You had a 3 knife video. Um, that's a pretty nice looking knife. It's bigger than the knives that I tend to like. I mean, I'm a 4-inch knife type of guy. You know that's the size for me because I carry an axe all the time, no matter what. In fact, my so far my two favorite axes are this. Whoops. Are this Gransfir's small forest axe, which has become my my best friend forever, my everywhere axe. And as you guys have seen as well, this tiny Wetterlings. Those are my two favorites. In certain contexts, I'll go to like a Scandinavian forest axe size. This is a Wetterlings again, of course, one of my two. Um, but most of the time, it's the small forest axe that comes with me, and I throw this in my bag as backup, or for just like doing little, like tiny kindling, you know. But like the difference in length is that the Scandinavian forest axe is a true two-handed axe, whereas this you can use it two-handed, but you can also very handily use it one-handed. Um, this is what I call my Ray Mears special, because he's probably the reason why this is most likely the most widespread axe in existence right now. Everyone has a small forest axe or two. In fact, if you're Simon, who should be back here soon at some point, you've got two. And I envy him that, because I have two of these, and I'm trying to teach a 7-year-old about axe skills. Is this hers? No, this is mine. But the other one of these has her initials on it. But I should have given her a small forest axe. She'd be using it a lot sooner. You know. Um, yeah, but LT, these Pumas are very affordable, it seems. My ADC knife is that that Ganzo that LT gave me, which is upstairs on my bedside table right now. Yeah, hiking deep. I love my small forest axe. Actually, Mike, do you have a Ray Mears branded small forest axe, or do you have the actual Ray Mears axe? No, not you, LT. Just the Ray Mears branded, because I would love to try the actual Ray Mears axe. I don't know if I'm willing to start throwing that kind of money around right now, but I would love to try it because I mean, it's just very much just a tweaked small forest axe. But the way he talked about it made me really curious about seeing how it feels in the hand, you know, when you're swinging it. Um, is it called the Wilderness Axe? Okay, yeah, and the head is much wedgier than a normal Gransfur, as I say. Man, this beer's growing on me like a fungus. I think I'm gonna buy another one day. For those of you who joined late, here is the first of tonight's two beer. It's a white stout by Oshlag. Oshlag is a kind of a bastardization of the original name of Montreal, which was Hochelaga. There's still a part of Montreal called Hochelaga Maison. I'm going to do that again. There's still an area of Montreal called Hochelaga Maisonneuve. Um, not the best part of town at this point, but I mean that's why it's got Hochelag. Pretty good. Ain't bad. Oh man, you've hung out with Blackwater Bushcraft? That guy's got some nice stuff and some cool skills. I would love to spend a weekend in his shoes. Oh, Puma's varying price. Okay. Yeah, the XP is like their affordable line, I guess. I'm just trying to keep up with the conversation. Huh. Man, guys, Mike Morton knows a lot of guys I would love to hang out with in the woods for a weekend. You know? I think it was Outdoor said he would rather an axe and a knife and not necessarily a saw. Because you can really do anything with an axe. And I agree with you. But, excuse me, one thing you can do with a saw is you got your log or whatever. If you cut halfway through and then put away your tool properly, but if you cut halfway through and then you swing it like a mother, just give her right up against a tree, then what that'll do is split off a piece, and it'll be sectioned because you cut halfway through. I mean, it's a pretty interesting way of splitting wood if you don't have an axe, but I always have an axe, you know. What I'm not sure about in terms of axes is wait. Oh, you're doing the Irish whiskey tonight. Hiking Deep is also drinking whiskey tonight, it sounds like. You know, the thing about Chinese workmanship. Hey, Austin, how's it going? We're talking about cutting tools. I'm asking the guys what their favorite tool is, both in terms of this axe has, you know, um, personal value to me, or I always have an axe. Oh no, I always have a saw, and I want to know what's a tool that you don't ever carry. A, you don't own it, or if you do own it, you just leave it at home. Um, hey, Mr. Wastigan. I knew somebody was gonna say that at some point. I just knew it. Are you having a beer with us, Orad? For those of you who don't know, Orad and I had a really cool podcast together that I miss greatly. In fact, I think I dropped you guys a link to it last time, but I'll do it again. Um, as some of you guys know, I'm really man, I'm a science buff. I read everything, I listen to everything, and Orad here is an actual scientist. So we used to talk about science on the podcastage. Man, if I had done school differently, my career would be completely different. If I had paid attention to math, or if I'd known that I was going to be as enchanted by science as I am, man, geology, even just geology, guys. You know, you're looking at a mountain, and you see all these striations, and you know that each of those is a geological period of time. Jeez, man. Beer number 2 for the night is the Ironworks, which is it's a golden ale, 5% alcohol, so straight up standard, 473 mil. Blonde ale brewed with quality malt. And as anyone who's local will be able to tell by all this crap, clearly it's a Montreal brewery. Excuse me. Microbrasserie 4 Origines Limitée. So 4 Origins microbrewery. So, a blonde ale. It's not very stouty. I'll let you know. I just got a texto from Simon. There we go. Let me try to do it this way. Simon seems to have just arrived home, so he'll probably be online post haste. I don't envy him driving on a night like this. I'll tell you what, I left work early, man, because I was not going to deal. Hold on. Orad on hiatus. Oh, okay. Okay. Orad and I also used to play in a band together. We did the theme song for the podcast I just linked you guys to. Austin is doing some work on the other tab, but he'll listen. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Austin, you like a good axe, you just never have one with you. Yeah, astronomy. Whoo, yeah, man. You hold a BS in philosophy, which means you had a BS in BS. I I had a girlfriend who I when I met her, she lived in the Bronx and I lived here, and then she lived here, and then I realized that I had imported someone who I should not spend the rest of my life with, and she now lives in Austin or Dallas or something. But she had a she had a bachelor's in philosophy, and she came up here to do a master's in philosophy. Her big philosopher, her celebrity crush philosopher was Wittgenstein. And I always wondered if, like, of all the philosophers to really be into, he was an interesting choice. You know, Scott, you have a small marbles, okay, like a little hatchet on your belt, two knives, and a folded silky. Yeah, I have a silky too. This man, you know what? This I'll tell you something. This, okay, this, but for certain contexts, a silky is just a better go. First of all, this is way more portable. Deployment is that it's like having a folding knife that just happens to be a saw. Actually, that's exactly what it is. It's a folding saw. But anyway, um, I find for smaller branches, snap and cut. Whereas there's a lot of stuff I don't want to cut with something that's 170 millimeters long because it's not going to work. So that's where, something like this really comes in nice. Or my Agawa, you know, my Agawa Canyon wins in terms of the larger um, takedown saws because it's so easy to unfold. Um, but there's real benefit to having two different sizes of saws. The thing is, if I'm carrying like a day ruck, I'm not going to carry all my stuff. You know. Um, Hold on. Dr. Sharp's almost all your college was calculus based. Whew, wow. Are you uh are you a fan of Mr. Isaac Newton then? Coming up with calculus almost on a dare before the age of 30. Yes, Scott, we will be freezing our nut sacks off tomorrow. Here in America, we do this when we don't. We send them to Texas. Scott, you bought the silky because I had one? Shit, dude. You could have bought one even if I didn't have one. The thing I like about the silky, because like a lot of guys have that Baco, the Laplander. But what I like about the silky is it's a pull saw, and I find with pull saws, especially these Japanese blades, man, that's a laser. Boom, slice. Um, I, I'd like to try the Baco because when I bought this, it was like Baco or Silky. Because this is a pull saw, that blade is not as robust, but it doesn't have to be because you're not cutting on the push. The one non-benefit to most Japanese saws is that you can't sharpen them. Like a big um, panel saw, like a big European style panel saw, you can sharpen those. And I do sharpen them. I have like an anvil to set the kerf, and I've got some little tiny files and everything. But there's almost no Japanese saws you can. Once a Japanese saw is dull, you throw away the blade and replace it. Mm. For a guy like me who doesn't love throwing stuff away, uh, you know. All right, Mike. See you later. Yes, my sweater reminds many people of a sock monkey, but it should just remind you of the sock itself. I love those socks. Oh, screaming baby again. Hey, Simon, comment va, mon ami? Did you just get home? You were driving home? I would not have wanted to drive in this weather. I'm just in my house, minimal visibility on the roads. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. I left work early so that I would beat it home. Um, hey, Paul, how's it going? Zach, for me, all around use, it's got to be Scandi. And that's probably because my first real good bush knife was a Scandi grind. This is not my most affordable knife by any stretch, but because it was my first real bush knife, I'm always going to have a real thing in my heart for this one here. Um, this is a convex, and it took me a long time to get my first convex. That and it was my mini Nesmic. Um, there's real strength to a convex grind. This is a real nice grind. I I think that the reason I didn't go for convex for so long was because I was afraid of having to learn how to sharpen it. And my technique is not great. I watched a butch is not the word I wanted to use. A Dutch bushcraft knives episode about sharpening convex because, as you guys know, I use a uh, a mouse pad, right? Same as I do for axes. And those guys were like, "No, you're just gonna roll the edge." Um, but they showed a way of just doing it on a water stone, and you just rock it a little bit, and you keep the convex. So you know. Oh well, if everyone's there, okay. Scott, message retracted. Hey, hey, hey. 1 second. 1 second. I just gotta show you something, Mr. Scott. Yeah, I got a screaming baby here too, Orad. Outdoor, I think he had to go. No, no, he said he was gonna be late, not that he had to go. I'm not sure. Damn it, Outdoor, where are you? Scott doing, oh, he's stealing the siblings, okay. CRVs are good. My dad used to own a CRV. And my dad is he's a former carpenter, then a building inspector, and now is retired. But man, he threw everything in that CRV. Everything, everything. Um, what I hold on. I would like this pickup. That's what I want. That's wow. Forrester's nice. He can deep. That's hilarious. I'm driving my wife's CX-5 right now. Um, I recycled my car earlier this year. Mm, I forgot to tell you. This is pretty good. This Ironworks. It's a little hoppier, so I think I preferred the white stout. Um, but it's not too bad. It's got a lot of malty goodness to it. Uh-oh. For old time's sake, I shall read the story on the back of the can. Every beer has its own story. This beer is about connection. It's an homage to those who laid down the iron tracks connecting us in a simpler time. We invite you to hold yours high and toast to those who truly bring us together. That was evidently translated. Chaque bière a sa propre histoire. Cette bière est une de connexion. Elle est un hommage à ceux qui nous ont connectés par les chemins de fer en des temps plus simples. Nous vous invitons à lever bien haut la vôtre et à boire à la santé de ceux qui. Yeah, it's a translation. It's a terrible translation of the French. Yes, when I win the lotto. Yeah, damn straight. Because they start at 65. No, I think 65.5 or 60 something 5 American. Ah, but hell, man. Oh, excuse me. Yes, you're right. I recycled my car last year, last April. Yeah, like a transformer. My car turned into a small square of metal. I think I just dated myself. Okay. Um, what am I? Austin doesn't like everything needs a story. You know, it's funny because I saw a talk given by his name Gabriel Branby. The yeah, but ORAD, the ones that made that sound are like 80s cartoon when Transformers were real Transformers. Wait, where was I? Yeah, but Rivians are hot, okay? Stop it, Serge. What was I talking about? Yes, Gabriel Branby was giving a talk. It was a Go talk, which is kind of like TED Talks but lower rent or something. And he was talking about because I mean he owned Grandsford and he bought Wetterlings, right? And he was the guy who essentially changed the Scandinavian axe from what these used to be, right? Totally ground, painted heads, toxic as hell. The goop in the top instead of the handle coming proud, and reduced it from because what used to happen was guys were paid by the piece. So the guys who were grinding axes were making more than the guys who were pounding them. Maybe it was the other way around. Um, and what they changed was guys were just being paid by the hour. They stopped grinding the entire head. They changed the shape of the head, right? They got rid of the epoxy in the top. Okay. Um, because what that did was it improved the ecological footprint of Grandsford Brooks. But what he also did was added information, added that little booklet that comes with each of them, gives the axe a story because the atoms are great, but the data is what just sort of puts it over the edge. And that's the reason why every Scandinavian axe now, Wetterlings, well, they're not around anymore, but Wetterlings did it, you know. I haven't bought a Holtz Brooks yet, but I'm pretty sure well, if they know what they're doing, they do it as well. Um, and like where I'm a tech writer in a security oriented company, and I'm not going to get any more, you know, focused in on what we do than that because, you know, um, but a big thing that we talk about a lot is what's called user stories and like, um, the purchaser's journey and stuff and how, you know, everyone from the marketing to tech writing has to have the user's story in mind as they're doing their writing, because everyone fits in to the user's journey through, you know, discovering, buying, and then running the product. Hiking deep. If you come to my part of Canada, hell yeah, we'll do a collab. Wait. Okay, Simo's gonna go eat. That's fine. Yes, I'm in Montreal. More than meets the eye. Hey, Raindance, two things. One, my Nestbook has a convex edge. My mini Nestbook has a convex edge as well. Takes some getting used to. Absolutely. If I was on a long-term winter outing, here's what I would do. Okay, because I got my Agua, right? You guys have seen this. Got the Silky, and I got this, and I think I would bring this, and I'll tell you why. Because I find that wood doesn't tend to go cold. Like this saw is all metal, except for that plastic handle. And look, even when, check it. Plastic handle, which is great, which is fine, which is fabulous. But the rest of this saw is metal. So just think about it while you're cutting, right? Big log, you start like this, then you come to here. But there's a lot of I don't know if even just this plastic would get cold on the hand or not, because some people will wear gloves when they're cutting and chopping wood and stuff. Some people will not. Will not. I tend to really not like to wear gloves when I'm cutting wood in any way. I find that, especially when I'm using an axe, I need to have the contact between my hand and the tool. You know, just in terms of, I don't know, like, you know, you don't have it slip, you feel it better, you can have a better grip on it, you know? It's the same theory as that Hella Tamagami that I love so much. It's a full tang, but at the bottom where your fingers come around, there's no metal touching your fingers, right? Because the tang only goes halfway down the I am not making sense tonight. Full tang knife, right? See, tang, tang. On the Tamagami, the tang comes up and just takes up that much room. So down along here, it's all wood. And the reason for that is because metal gets cold in the winter and wood tends not to. So I would like to have something like this, because it probably will not get as cold as a metal or plastic handle would be. So if I'm in the winter, that's probably what I'm going to bring with me. But I do like to have a silky along for really small things. You know? Hold on. Chainsaw. I don't have a chainsaw. So yeah, I would have, I would have this saw with me because it's the one I own. But anything that's like a wooden takedown saw for a long-term winter camp, I would have with me. I like wood in the cold. I find it doesn't get as cold as metal or even some plastics. Wife is mean as a snake. Good to know. Good to know. I'll work on my snake charming skills. Now, the thing is, hiking deep, Canada's huge. If you're going to be going into deepest northern Ontario, you're far away from me. Mike Morton's in Ontario, I think. Joe Robinette's in Ontario. In Soviet Russia, Russian Express card. Don't leave home. Hold on, what's going on between Scott and yeah, right, a chainsaw. My pack is heavy enough. Yeah, I wouldn't carry a chainsaw into the woods very far. But that philosophy comes from the fact that I've never owned one. If I had one and I saw what the usefulness was, I would like to have one, to be honest with you, for a couple of jobs around here and like for bucking up. Like if a tree is downed, I would much rather just when I'm up at hunt camp. My father-in-law, he's got a chainsaw, so I definitely see what the usefulness of it is. Oh my god, I dropped an axe. Um, I like self-propelled tools though. Like I like tools where I'm the moving part, you know? Dun, 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 dun. Hold on. I'm just taking a look here. You don't drink Shenandoah water. Okay, good to know. Where am I? Oh no, someone said something and I just everything moved. Damn, that is a good mic. You talking about my mic? You talking about this mic right here? Is that the mic about which you're speaking about, or are you talking about something else? Outdoor Dauber says, I like the buck saw. I need to build one. Now, it's interesting that he says that because, hold on, I just want to make sure someone else hasn't come on and said, hey, and I'm ignoring them. All right. Um, I built this one. I never finished it. Like I didn't contour the handles or anything. This is made of ipe. And if ever you want a wood that's going to make you really work for it, ipe is the one. I never bothered finishing it because I can't get it taut enough. I'm like I think this is just a little too short or something, but I can't get this blade really taut. If I can find a way to fix this somehow, I was thinking maybe if I was to recut these two like ends of the cross piece, maybe on a little angle or something. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, at one point I'd like to finish this. And what I did on this is on each side. Can you see this? If I do that, see those two lines? Then on this side, it's an X. That's so I can keep track of which side connects with which side. Ipe is expensive and heavy as hell. This is really heavy. This is walnut and it's light as a kitten. This is a big pig. But it's like, it's my first time trying to make one of these, you know? Um, I would like to make it work at some point. I think that would be interesting. That'd be cool. Maybe make it a little narrower. My original plan was just to contour this, but I think I could throw it through a thickness planer and take some thickness off it. But I first got to get this tautness thing worked out. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to link Russia and the US these days. Oh man, we're not getting into this. Not on my channel, but oh man. Late summer. Good to know. Sales, you mean the wood on this saw here? The walnut one? Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's I can't believe it. And I love how he does the laser tree. Nice guy too. Nice guy to talk to while I'm, you know, getting set up to buy a saw. Really. He's out in Saskatchewan, and he is a, what does he do? I don't remember what he does for like his day job, but his work is really nice. I'm very happy with this saw. Hold on. Where am I? Do I have a drywood blade for that? I have a drywood blade for the Agua Canyon, and they're both 21-inch saws, so I'm pretty sure I got a drywood blade for both of them. Interesting you mentioned that, though. I'm not going to talk about that now because I'm planning a video where I'll be talking about that. I find wood shrinks in cold weather. What kind of wood are you talking about, man? So do nut sacks. Okay, someone else went there. Okay. You let me carry your chainsaw? Sweet. All right, see you later, Hiking Deep. Everyone say bye to Hiking Deep. Ipe is the bomb. Yes, it is. Slightly round them for a tighter blade. Okay. Okay, I might try that. Aluminium is softer than Ipe. You're probably right. You like that Tom Brown tracker, eh? Man, I see why he designed it that way, and I respect it, but I don't like the look of that knife. A lot of guys like it though, because here's the thing, it does a million things. Like if I could get past the looks of it, it does a million things. Like it's a really good all-around survival tool. Olive oil and vinegar, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Hey, you know who didn't come on tonight? Craig. You know what's an axe I'm not sure how to get into actual action in the woods? This little guy here. Makes me wonder about certain things. My little Norland. No, it's the shape of the tracker blade that I have a hard time getting used to. Now, here's the thing. Because not all doubles these days are done with like a really like a really like thin bit and a more obtuse bit. I don't know what to use a double for at this point, you know? Like I don't know what I would use this for at camp. Like chop, but like what's the, you know what I'm saying? What's the context here? I mean, I only own this because it's a Norland, right? And because I've always wanted a Norland. And the thing is, I want a double Norland, but I want a different one than this. It's a really nice axe, though. It's good steel on this. And it's funny because these were not like high-end axes by any stretch when they came out. Like they were the Canadian Tire special practically. I mean, I'm giving you context rather than, rather than cold hard fact. Although the Canadian Tire Company did play a part in getting Norland started. Like I've always wanted a really good double, but I don't really know what I would use it for, you know? Yeah, it's a Norland Cruiser. But, yeah, limbing, splitting, and kindling, absolutely, but when I'm making kindling, what I will very often do is take this little guy here, lay it on top of the kindling, just, like, lay it on top, and then baton with it, you know? I do love this tiny, silly little axe. I use it mostly for, spoon carving these days, as you guys might have noticed, because you all watched my spoon carving video, of course. I made that video especially for Paul Bakima. I owed it to him. I've owed it to him for years. I started that video. I did the axe half of the process in a video several years ago, and then while I was shutting down part one, I I wrecked my mic, and it took me a long time to get a mic back because I wanted to shoot part two the same as part one. But by that point, I didn't like the way it shot part one. But anyway, so it was good to finally get that video done for him. Oh yeah, Paul's with us still. Double bit is for a man who cannot commit. Yes, Walter's double bit. Shut up a lot. Yeah, you'd rather have two axes, eh, Sash? A mace is an omni-bit axe. Are you looking for a Puget Sound? That's a weird head shape on that. But I mean, it's a lot of the trees out that way are cedar, stuff like that. I mean, I can see why you'd want an axe head with that shape. Yeah, I think outdoors got it right. Paul. Bakima, not outdoor. But I think outdoor has it right. Double bits are more forestry axes than bushcraft axes. That rings true to me. I think that's about right. Um, wait, there's a beautiful Walters double bit on eBay right now. URL, please. Um, the thing is, in bushcraft, we use very specific skills, a wide variety of skills, but not quite the same skills that you have in forestry, obviously. And so it makes sense to me that like a double bit is a good forestry axe, but maybe a lousy bushcraft axe. And if I had a really good double, maybe it would just be a safe coin. Maybe it would just hang on the wall or something. I would hope it wouldn't, but maybe it would. I just keep, one of my heroes is Dick Prenicky, right? And he used a single axe. It was a double bit, and he kept it sharpened, and he did everything with that axe. $15 for the Walters? Wait, guys, I need a URL here. Scott, if I make you um, a moderator for the next 5 minutes, would you put the link here? Wait, Zach, you found a Puget Sound in your aunt's shed? Damn. Seth, I'm gonna kill you twice just to make sure it's done right, okay? All right, Scott, I'm gonna make you a moderator temporarily. Temporarily, don't let it go to your head. Buffering. Oh no. How many guys are getting buffering issues here? Who's getting the buffering issues? Canadian Paul. Um, we're talking about a tiny guy this size, eh? Um, okay, good. Hold on. There are two companies I know of who make really nice axes of this size because obviously Wetterlings, unfortunately, is gone. Gransfors Brooks makes technically a way nicer version of this axe, but the price, come on, right? But also, I've noticed that Hultafors, I think it is, or Husqvarna. No, I think it's Hultafors makes an axe of this size that I sort of messed around with when I was at the Lee Valley store up in Laval. Um, is Hultafors as nice as Wetterlings or Granfors? No, but they're a little cheaper, and they're still very nice axes. And what I've noticed is over time, as you sharpen an axe as you use it or whatever, you tend to put your own you tend to put your own grind on it. So it kind of doesn't matter. Um, I was I kind of wanted to get that Holtz for a long time. I would like to stop using this one as a carver because I think I might have mentioned in that video, but the grind is off center. Look, they're handmade axes. It doesn't, it's not that big a deal. But the way this grind is off center, I wish, yeah, it's off center this way. And I wish that it was off center this way because then as a right hander, it would be much, much better for me for carving. It would bite in better. The way this is off center right now, it sort of skips off. So I don't want to go messing with the grind on this and taking away a lot of metal because they're not being made anymore. And for kindling and stuff, it doesn't matter. So I was thinking of getting either the Gransfors or the Hults of this size for carving with. But I haven't done it because if I'm adding axes into the toolbox right now, I want them to be styles of axes I don't have. I don't want to be doubling up because I want to have a broader knowledge of what axe shapes and heads do, you know? So if I'm going to be buying another carving axe, it'll be a dedicated carving axe. I have a real yen. I'm most of the way through a blog post on this. I have a real yen for that Robin Wood axe. Way too rich for my blood. I like that the Woodsman's Finest axe that he's having done through Liam Hoffman. I think that's, and I really like Yulia Kaltoff's new carving axe. So, so. Hold on, ebay.sharp at ebay.com. Let me take a look. ebay.ca. Oh, wow, it's a whole Walters. It's not just a head. Oh, that's a Puget Sound, isn't it? Puget Sound double bit axe with sheath. Hey, it's only 398 Canadian dollars. Oh, from Saint Julien, so I can just drive there. I didn't even know Walters made a Puget Sound. I don't want a Puget Sound though. I can't think of, yeah, it's a Walters. Holy snap! Somebody buy it. Somebody just buy it, okay? So nice. I'm not into the Puget Sound shape though, because it's not something that I would use very often in this forest around here or in the boreal. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, I should just say Canadian Paul and American Paul from now on. I just wasn't sure outdoor if you wanted people knowing what your first name was. Buffering engaged. Shit. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Buffering, shoot. You have no idea what's going on. That's okay. No buffering, no buffering here. Not I. Jesus, is that a rain dance tee you're wearing? Jesus, yes, a small axe. No, Paul. Canadian Paul. This is an LT survival tee. This is not a rain dance bushcraft tee. Though. Doom 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 boom boom doom 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 doom. Boom 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 boom. Bow. You know, just to spam you guys. Um, where were we? Oh, that Jesus. Are you using your phone, Paul? Canadian Paul? No, I can figure it out. Don't worry. Hold on. Yeah, Paul, you just Canadian Paul, you just noticed that. Jesus. Yes. Yes. I will wear that name. Je vous bénis. Wait, they have a 2.5 pound Walter's head for 26? No, Sales, you're just pissing around. No, you're not pissing around. What the hell? Sales, what are you about to do to me? Let me check it out. I shouldn't check it out. I should absolutely not check it out. What do you mean this site can't be reached? I just fixed it. ebay.ca. I said small clean, blah, 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 blah. Is it because of the HTTPS? No, probably not. How can you, what? What? Let's take that off. Boom. Server IP address could not be found. What? Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Snap me off. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I don't know where that came from. Well, I cannot get to the. Okay, good enough. Sager Chemicals, yeah. Hmm. Wait. What's too salty for you? No, Sumo did not spend anywhere near to $3.98 for that Walters. There's no way. Man, you got a Puget? You got a Sager Puget? Holy snap, dude. Mm-mm. Apparently, the Puget Tabernacle, the Sager Chemicals used a process, hence the term chemical, that has been lost to the mists of time. And I don't know what that process. Well, it's lost, but I wonder. I wonder what that process was. Yeah, I'm not going to spend that much on an axe either. Or like, if I'm going to spend $3.98 on an axe, it's going to be something by like Northman or something, or like a Liam Hoffman axe. I'm not going to spend that on a vintage Walters. Unless it's a really nice vintage Walters. Oh, eBay.com, not CA. No, the one that that Serge was showing me. Oh, maybe that one works with com. Hold on. Boom. No way. Tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to ebay.ca. We're gonna hit the enter. Search for anything. Okay. You okay. I'm gonna write in logging single bit Walters Canada. What? Rafting what? Pattern. Axe head. Boom. Let's see what we got. Small, clean, 2.5 pound logging, single bit Walters Canada rafting pattern axe head for $26.51 bid. So it's going to go higher than that for sure. Plus $28.45 shipping. Snot. It's not a black diamond. Man, it's a nice condition though. Holy snappage. Holy snappage. Let me just do this. And then do this just so you all can look. Very nice. Oh, it's in very nice condition. Not inside the eye, it's not, but whatevs. Mouse over to Zoom. Made in Canada. Well, yeah. Hello, Walters. Hello, Walters. What? That's okay. Where are we? Old commercial jingles. Oh no. Many in PAS, many more in the Iron Belt. Scott, put some pants on. We should invent a nutsack warmer. I used to date a nutsack warmer. Stop. Hey, you know who's not here tonight? Is Robin. Robin. Puma Knife Company. I thought I had something else to show you guys. Evidently, I'm wrong. Puma Commando Stag. I still would like to put together, sorry guys, a Nesmith trio. It's called a thong. Oh, oh no. Is that where we're going? Oh yeah, microkini. Oh crap. Well, there goes my hopes for being remonetized. My hopes for being remonetized are about to disappear completely because at around this time, 360 odd days ago, I had a massive spike in views. And that's gonna, because this whole, you need 4,000 hours in 365 days, and I'm about to lose a really hefty chunk of hours because the calendar keeps progressing. Makes me irate. Makes me irate. I may have to do some like mass market oriented videos. This conversation is getting awkward, folkies. Folky McFolkies. McFolkies. I wonder when the handle for that double bit Walters is gonna come. I told him that there was really no hurry. because he had a couple of really big orders, and I bought an ads head because I have this idea. What I would like to do is, oh, I'm so tired. Pull together a small suite of tools for making a big freaking beam out of a log. So a hewing axe and like a shipwright's adze or something. So I bought an adze head through a friend of mine who does a lot of antique and junk shop diving, and so I was going to order a handle for it, but the guy just sort of disappeared on me with the adze head. So I didn't even get a chance to give him the money. So I don't know. So it took a long time to order the double bit a handle and the handle for this. And I just said, look, I know it's taking me a long time to get back to you, so fit our handles in wherever you can, because he had like three really big orders. So here's the bell. Yeah, I do want a few IMPs to review. In fact, I should probably drop that surplus store a line for you, eh? Thanks for reminding me. Because we're about 2 weeks later, aren't we? Good old beer. How loud is that? Because that's making my that was loud, right? It's making the light on my my music interface um go bing bing. It's masculine sound, right? Give me a break. Stop it. I thought I had something else here to show you guys. I don't, but I'm surrounded by tools that I love looking at right now, so I just like, you know, woo. Excuse me. Hey, thanks for reminding me, guys. Hamza sent me a note earlier tonight saying that he was not going to be able to get on online with us because he was popping some migraine medications and going to bed. So I said I would let you guys know. He's sorry that he can't be here. And Simo, you're right. We do need to talk about that lump of steel. I sent Hamza something this week that was very small and was going to cost $81 if I'd gone for a signature. Here's the thing. When I sent an axe to Sweden, it was $81. Now, I know that Canada Post has three pricing tiers within Canada to the United States and the rest of the world. So Mexico, UK, Sweden, Tunisia, China, Singapore, Australia, whatever. It all goes into the international bucket. But there's a disconnect for me when I can send an axe for $81 and a very small package for $81. Because they had told me that the price changed at like 500 grams, and I worked my ass off to keep the thing that I sent this time from being under that. Missing subs. Dish. Hey, where's Dish? Yes, the painted relic, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we should find a nice head. Oh yeah, your new Eldris arrived? And 1 quart. Is a quart around is that about a liter? Or is that a 1.14 liter? Is that it? Nalgene bottles, nice. Yeah, we gotta get hams of that axe head. We gotta do that. I'm gonna keep a lookout for a nice axe head. What I think we should do is I'll buy it, ship it to Serge to paint on to make it a decor piece or something, and then send it. I think we should do this. I really do. End of the beer. End of the beer? Yeah, end of the beer. End of the beer. That's okay, because I have tea. I shouldn't be drinking tea at 22:47 in the PM. I'm never going to sleep. But it's okay because we've got a baby, so I'm not going to sleep anyway. You know? And that means that's 2 Eldrisses you've got, right? Pack rain cover is an important piece of equipment. Man, people don't think about that. I don't have a rain cover for my pack right now, but I used to have a pack that came with one, and it made a massive, massive difference. Oh, Marvel characters, okay. And a seat cover for your lab to ride with you in your truck. Nice. Outdoor Dauber has 2 of everything, and he never spends full price on any of it. Isn't Eldris $40? Really? Jesus. Tea is a good drink. That is a good t-shirt idea. I got up my t-shirt sales. I got to come up with some new designs. I have one design that I really like. But the thing is, I can't afford my t-shirts. So I feel bad sort of saying, "Hey guys, buy my stuff." You know? Hold on. And like it takes a while for me to come up with t-shirt designs because they're a lot more work than they look like, you know? This one here. This one here was a crazy amount of work. Two Eldrisses. Eldry. No, they'd be Eldrisses. If it was Eldris with US instead of ES, it would be Eldry. Hit the bush. 22:49. We're almost at the end. Hold on a second. Yeah, Sal's just having the Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey. I should have done that after 2 beer. I'm like, because one of them is a strong beer. Hold on a second, guys. I'll do this after 11. And has a gig on Saturday night at the Royal Canadian Legion in Lachine, I think. Serge. Um, so Serge, I made a damned message retracted T. I showed it to. Oh, you weren't on yet when I showed it. Hang about. Hang about. No, no. You bought one. Y'all already bought one. You only have one ads and two and no broad axes. I am going to have a broad axe at some point soon. Outdoor. Second Eldritch was $10. See? See what I was talking about? He's like, yeah, I got a Hudson's Bay 4-point blanket for like $25. Is that good? And I'm like, because I would love a Hudson's Bay 4-point blanket. Like the trad one, the cream colored off white with the 4 colored stripes. Not one of these newfangled colored blankets. Zach, you're right. All right, see you later, Dr. Sharp. Everyone say bye to Dr. Sharp. Good man, Scott. Good man. That whiskey. Does that make me an influencer? I hate that word. Influencer. It's like people who are online all the time and make people buy useless crap. If I'm gonna be an influencer one day, I'm gonna make people buy great stuff. Buck saws, axes, backpacks, electric pickups. That whiskey. Have any of you guys seen? Man, this is the wrong time to bring this up. It's 22:53, but maybe we'll just pick up on it next week. Have any of you guys seen that new knife that Survival Lily put out? Wait, there's a thread on BCUSA about a wool blanket sale. Bizarre, really? Hmm. Hmm. Bushcraft USA. Good old Bushcraft USA. I've got to spend more time. I've been lurking on there lately, sort of trying to get back into the swing of the Bushcraft USA stuff. None of you guys have seen the Survival Lily knife? It's not a life. It's not a life. Um, it's not a knife that I love, but it looks kind of well thought out. And it's for once, it's not at the Joe Robinette's Adventure Sworn, signature knife price. It's more like around like 199 or something US. Let's see if I can find a URL or a linkage or something. I don't see a link to it. And I honestly, I'm not going to go through all her videos to find it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, APO1. Okay, so Simone's seen it before. I don't know if I'm going to buy one. I'm I am drawn in two different ways. So it's 112.50 in euros. Part of me wants to support a fellow YouTuber. Yes, Outdoor, please do that. Part of me has stopped watching her since she started showing up in bikinis because I found it really cynical. Is she in a bikini? Okay, Canadian Paul knows exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, Simone's already thrown up a link to it. Prepared Minds post a video about it. Okay, I think I saw that video as well. Um, yeah, Osate steel. Thing is, it's an affordable knife compared to, you know, it's a much more affordable knife than a lot of YouTubers are putting out right now, and that's kind of why I guess I feel like I almost. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it, but I feel drawn to buying it because I think that someone who puts out a knife at 113 euros, she gets the fact that not everyone's got 400 bucks for a knife or 500 bucks for a knife. Yeah, I'm not buying any more knives right now. Um, in fact, you know, I have to sort of spend a little less money over the next little while. I have some plans for the summer, some reviews I'd like to do. Um, I don't know if I can fit a knife in. It depends. I got to get a new computer first. I got to, man, this thing's got to be replaced. Editing takes forever, partly because computer chokes and I have to sort of not again. So computer, then bushcraft gear. You know, Osite is good still, but not super strong. Yeah, it's I see it kind of as the you know how O2 O1, sorry, it's a good all round steel. It's my favorite steel, but it's not a super steel. Sure as hell ain't a super steel. Um, I kind of put Osate in sort of the same area in that it's a good steel, but it's not a it sure as hell ain't a killer steel. Yeah, my wish list includes a jackler as well. He's not taking custom orders anymore, so I'm a little less willing to throw that kind of money. At an if I'm spending that kind of money, I want to be able to pick the wood on the scales at least. But man, the jackler is my man. That's the alpha to my omega, man. You know. LMAX, yeah, LMAX. Holy crap, dude. That's kind of a super steal. I know that Northman puts out a couple of knives in LMAX for a price. Um, oh no, it's 2,300. Okay, all right, forget about it. Forget about it. You guys got interesting right at the end there, and now it's time to end. And I'm gonna miss this because I was really getting interested. Great, guys. Thanks a lot. All right, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you guys next week. We got stuff to talk about. Why don't we actually pick up on that for next week? Maybe next week what we'll talk about is what's your favorite knife steel? Do you like super steels or are you more of an O1 kind of guy? Sounds pretty cool to me. And I'm gonna look up that. I know the Skook and Bush tool. You're not alone. A lot of people like that. All right. See you guys later. Except I can't find the end stream button. Yes, there it is. Boom, baby.